All right, we'll see you later, buddy.
Thank you.
So, we're off to the post office, and then we gotta go for a little bit of a drive, so we're gonna explain 5 tips to get comfortable on camera. And yeah, we forgot our notebooks, so I'll be right back. You can get in the car here. Just smack your face on the door. Notebook, notebook. See ya, Finn. Okay.
Oh no, I sat here this whole time and didn't fix the seat.
That's okay. So, we're gonna start driving to the post. Wow.
Of course this person is making a left hand.
Of course. How's your guys' day going?
Ours was going good until this traffic.
No, it's still gonna be good.
Ah, no,
There we
just
go.
kidding. There we go.
So, now we're getting to the post office. We're gonna drop off a couple of things that we sold, and then we're gonna be explaining 5 tips on how to get comfortable behind the camera with 1 bonus tip. So, we'll be back, and when we get on this drive, we'll talk to you about this list. All right, you can just turn it off. You want to come? All set. All right, let's get this in one take because it's hot.
Okay.
All right, so like we said, we have 5 tips to get comfortable behind camera.
Yes.
So read off the 5 tips and then we'll break them down.
Yes. So number 1 on our list is, it's kind of silly, but pretend that it's a FaceTime.
Yes.
Number 2 on our list is to practice filming yourself with no intentions to post it at all. So it's really good to get the practice. Number 3 on the list is to talk to yourself. So whether it be in front of a mirror or just to yourself in your car, just talk to yourself. Number 4 is to film with somebody else. So even if they're not in the shot, just have somebody sit next to you.
Yep.
And number 5 is to imagine yourself just not on camera.
Yeah.
And we may or may not have a bonus tip for you later on in the
So you might want to stay till the end.
Yes.
So we're gonna start with number 1. We're gonna break it down.
Yes. So number 1, like we said, was to pretend that it is a FaceTime. Do you want to explain it, Joe?
Yeah, so pretty much with this, when I started YouTube and everything, I was very uncomfortable on camera myself. I was like rambling and everything. But we used to FaceTime all the time, and that's where you're kind of looking at yourself on camera and you're doing that. So I was like, I really got to pretend it's FaceTime. So once I started doing that, it kind of got a lot more like comfortable and a lot more easier to do it.
To just pretend that you're talking to somebody else rather than talking to an audience or talking like you're teaching, it makes a big difference. But anyways, number 2 on the list is to practice filming yourself without any intentions of posting the video.
Yeah.
So I'll let you.
So with that is like, just prop the camera up and just talk about whatever you're gonna make a video on, or just talk about your day or something. And
practice run.
Yeah, just watch it over and just keep doing it and doing it. And by over time, you'll be more comfortable to post a video about it.
Yeah, you'll be able to see what you can do better too, which is really helpful for us sometimes, you know, to go back on old videos that we've posted. So I know it's a little bit different, but we have our old videos for good reference for us. But even like our bolos or something, we can see like, oh, we want to do that a little bit differently. And then you can really perfect how you want to have the video. But number 3 on the list is my favorite, is to talk to yourself in a mirror or to yourself in the car, but just talking out loud and really getting your voice, like, or just getting used to just like kind of speaking while you're doing something is a really, really helpful thing for us, because it was really hard at first to be like, well, what the heck do we even like talk about, you know? But we just talk about everything, you know, and
it works.
And to get yourself like, because it's easy to kind of imagine what you'll say in your head, but it could sound a little bit screwy when you say it out loud. So when you are talking and just fluently getting ideas out, that's when the best ideas come. So that's a big helpful thing for us.
Yes.
Number 4 on the list, it might be a little bit harder, but it is to do it with somebody else.
So just like have a buddy in shot or in the room and kind of go off some of their ideas, or just film with them, and that makes it more comfortable. It makes it not just the spotlight's on you.
Yeah.
You can kind of know that you don't have to keep just the air going. You don't have to keep talking. You can have some dead time while someone else talks.
Yeah, and it is harder, well, it is easier for us because we do have each other. So maybe with you guys, like if you don't have a channel with somebody else, like I said earlier, they could literally just be in the room with you.
In the
because
shot.
it makes it a little bit
Not
just
in the
more,
shot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're okay.
I'm getting really hot. Sorry.
It just makes it a little bit more comfortable for you to have somebody else in there. And if you were to like look off and like say something to them, you can cut that clip out real quickly.
Yeah, seriously.
So it makes it a lot more comfortable. But lastly, number 5 is to imagine yourself just not being on camera.
Yep.
So that was the biggest thing for me, is to just imagine that I literally wasn't talking to a camera, because we could literally recite something 12 times perfectly, and then Martin would point the camera at me and it would be horrible. And so I literally had to just imagine that I was looking at him and not the camera. And so that was my biggest thing that helped me. But
so yeah, just like really imagine that you're just not on camera, and just really focus on just like what you're trying to talk about, and not like even have a thought in your head that you're trying to make a video on it. Just really get out what you had the thought of it before.
And there's a lot of times where I'm not even looking at the camera, and it's truthfully because I have to just like pretend it's not there, or else I will get kind of like freaked out kind of. So I really have to just like look off and just like la la. But so that was our last tip, but we do have one bonus tip. So that is just to be yourself.
Yes.
And as hard as that might seem, it is where the best content is going to come from, and your best self is going to come out.
Where you're going to make the best of what you want. Is because you just want to be yourself. It's going to be the most fun, and over time you'll just get more comfortable with it.
Yeah, and that's just really truthfully, like, I wanted, when we started, to kind of like put on this like front, like, oh, I'm perfect at doing this on my first take or whatever, but it's so fake. And like truthfully, like being myself and just being so open about who I am and everything, like just, and who we are, you know, just really makes it so much easier to talk to a camera. And I'm not gonna lie, I like to look at myself sometimes.
So that was our video. We hope you guys enjoyed that. We hope these tips helped you in one way or another. We're gonna try to branch out to more of just like helping with maybe even YouTube, because we have been doing YouTube for a while, because we do eBay reselling.
And YouTube.
Yeah, so smash that like button if you like this video. Leave a comment down below if you got any questions, or if the tips helped you at all in any way. We'd love to really know. We're on a drive right now, so we're gonna turn the camera off, end this video. We hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching. Peace, guys. Go punch it.